guys, Happy here. We're back with more Treasure Discovery by LizzeXX. We are on chapter 21, and if you want to follow along, chapter link to both archive and fanfiction.net are in the description below for you to pick and choose which one you want to follow along to. I don't think there's any difference beyond the fact that sometimes archive has like embedded pictures of the episode with Angel in them. So let's just get started with Chapter 21 Bad Wolf Dust to Dust. The Doctor, Angel, Linda, and Jack bolted out the lifts as it reached floor 407, able to hear the android's voice ahead of them. Roderick, in physics, who discovered the 15-10 barrack fields. Go 6. Which one is it? The Doctor called, looking around the doors around them. This way. Angel turned and ran for one, just knowing Rose would be in that one. San Hazeline? He answered hesitantly. No. Roderick 2, Rose 1. The Doctor whipped out the sonic as they made it to the door, flashing it across as they heard the android continue from within. The correct answer is San Chen. Stand back. Let me blast it open, Jack called. Can't. It's made of hydro combination, the Doctor replied grimly, frantically trying to work the door open. Rose, in history, which Icelandic city hosted Murder Spree 20? Rose stared at the android. If she could just answer this question right. Time. More time. That was all she needed. Reykjavik? I don't know if I pronounced that right. Should you guess? No, the correct answer is Pearl Adventure. The game was over. Roderick 2, Rose 1. Oh my god! Roderick shouted. I've done it! He smirked at Rose. You've lost! The Sonic World. Come on, come on, come on! The Doctor muttered. But I'm not meant to be here! Rose shouted, terrified. I need to find the Doctor, or Angel. They've got to be here somewhere. The Doctor's always here. He won't just leave me. Roderick, you are the strongest link. You will be transported home with 1,600 credits. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Roderick whooped. This game is illegal, Rose yelled, leaning over her podium. I'm telling you to stop. Suddenly, the woman with the clipboard turned to see the Doctor, Angel, Jack, and Linda barge into the room at the back. Rose, Angel shouted, seeing her. Rose! Oh, wait, sorry. Rose, you leave this life with nothing, the android continued. Stop this game, Jack yelled, brandishing his gun. I order you to stop this game, the Doctor commanded. We're live on air, the woman shouted. The Doctor and Angel ran as fast as they could, Rose starting to run towards them, pushing the podium away. You are the weakest link. Look out for the android! It's armed! Rose yelled. The android turned her head, dropping her mouth, shooting Rose square in the back with a disintegrator beam. With a scream, Rose was gone, mere feet away from the Time Lords. Jack ran towards the set in a rage. What the hell did you do to her? The Doctor crouched down by the pile of dust that was Rose, the smoke clearing away from it, shocked. As Angel just stood there, looking down at it curiously, before turning in a circle, looking around as though trying to see something that wasn't there. He reached out, picking up a piece of dust between his fingers, feeling it. So sorry. Back off! Jack shouted, brandishing his gun. Doctor? Angel whispered, looking at him again as she moved to kneel at his side. I need security and I need it here right now, the woman ordered. It's this lot. She's not dead, she said, and the Doctor looked up at her sharply. She's still alive. Don't you touch them. Jack spun around, seeing security guards approach the Doctor and Angel. How do you know? The Doctor looked at her, desperate to believe it. She smiled, resting her hand in the center of her chest. I can feel it. Leave them alone, Jack ordered, turning the gun on the guards. The Doctor just started to hope when the guard yanked him and Angel up. You killed her, Jack glared at the woman as the guard pulled his hands behind him. Your stupid freaking game show killed her. Sir, ma'am, I arrest you under private legalization 16 of the game station's signet. The guard recited. The Doctor looked at Angela as she nodded, the two of them being led away. The doctor was half thrown against the gate and searched as he stood there, stoic, biding his time. The sonic was wrenched from his pocket as he was turned back to face the guard, who shoved it in his face. Can you tell us the purpose of this device, sir? The doctor didn't even look at it, instead staring intently at Angel over his shoulder, searching for the truth in her eyes. They sat on a bench in a little holding cell as they were interrogated. Jack and Linda on each end, the doctor and Angel in the centre. Can you tell us how you got on board? The guard asked. Just leave him alone, Linda began. The guard turned to her, grabbing her cheeks to silence her. I'm asking him. He turned back to the doctor. Sir, can you tell us who you are? Angel gave a small smile. We're no one. Lights flashed as the doctor's criminal photo was taken, the guards ordering him to turn and face forward, then aside. But even as he did, his gaze remained locked on Angel. You'll be taken from this place to the Lunar Penal Colony, the guard stated. There to be held without trial. You may not appeal against this sentence. None of them made a move to acknowledge him, though Linda did shift uncomfortably. Is that understood? No reply, so he turned to the gate and pushed it open. Let's do it, the doctor said to Jack. They jumped to their feet, Angel pulling Linda back as Jack threw punches and kicks as he went, leading them out of the cell, knocking one guard aside while the doctor threw another into a wall. The boys each grabbed a weapon and ran for the lift, the girls behind them. Oh my god, the male programmer breathed, watching this on a monitor. How we're in trouble. The group piled into the lift. Floor 500, the doctor shouted out as the lift began. He reached over and pressed a button, setting off the alarm on floor 500. Clear the floor! He's on his way up here! With a gun! The staff all stood hurriedly, looking at the door to the lift as they backed away. This is an emergency! The female programmer turned to the controller, who had refused to stop the lift. You got to close the lift! All staff are reminded that solar flares commence in Delta Point 2. The controller ignored her. Never mind the solar flares, the man shouted. He's gonna kill you! The lift doors opened and the staff turned around to see the group stride out, the men armed to the teeth. Okay, Jack shouted. Move away from the desks. Nobody try anything cleverer. Everybody clears. The staff scattered as the doctor stalked towards the controller, Angel running after him. Down to the sides. And stay there. Who's in charge of this place? The doctor shouted up at her, brandishing his gun. 18, 19, 20. The controller counted. This satellite's more than a game station. 79. Where's Rose Tyler? Full staff are reminded that solar flares. I want an answer. When? Angel asked, stepping forward. Something about solar flares just striking her. Delta Point 1. The controller finished. She can't reply, the remote programmer called as the doctor ready to ask another question. He swung the gun around to the staff, making them all flinch. Don't shoot. Don't be so thick, the doctor scoffed. Like I was ever going to shoot. He tossed the defabricator to the programmer. Captain, we've got more guards on the way up. Secure the exits. Yes, sir, Jack shouted, running off. You, what were you saying? The doctor turned back to the male programmer. But I've got your gun, he began. Okay, so shoot us. The doctor rolled his eyes. Why can't she answer? She's, he can't set the gun. Can I put this down? If you want, just hurry up. Thanks. He set it down. Sorry, the controller is linked to the transmissions. The entire output goes through her brain. You're not a member of staff, so she doesn't recognize your existence. What's her name? Angel asked softly. The doctor turned to see us still staring up at the woman, sadly. Hello? She was installed when she was 5 years old. That's the only life she's ever known. Door is sealed, Jack reported. We should be safe for about 10 minutes. Keep an eye on them, the doctor nodded. But that stuff you were saying about something going on with the game station, the male programmer added. I think you're right. Unauthorized transmats. It's been going on for years. Show me. You're not allowed in there, the female programmer yelled, seeing Jack about to put his hand on the pad to open Archive 6. Archive 6 is out of bounds. Jack just lifted his guns. Do I look like an out of bounds sort of guy? You won't be needing those, Jack, Angel called, not even looking away from the controller. She was hiding the TARDIS for us. She gave a small nod towards the controller. Go on in, see if the TARDIS figured out what's going on. Jack looked surprised by that bit of information, but turned and headed it anyway, smiling as, sure enough, the TARDIS was right there. He quickly walked to it and got inside, running to the console and checked the monitor, his expression growing puzzled. What the hell? Back in the main room, the controller announced, "Set that activity in Zelda Point Zero. If you're not holding us hostage, then open the door and let us out." The female programmer turned to the doctor impatiently. The staff are terrified. "That's the same staff who executed hundreds of contestants every day," the doctor began. "That's not our fault. We're just doing our jobs. And with that sentence, you just lost the right to even talk to me." His eyes narrowed in disgust. "Now back off!" Linda flinched at the sound of his voice as the female programmer stared at him in shock. Just then, one of the screens went static and the lights flickered. "That's just solar flares," the male programmer reassured them. "They interfere with the broadcast signal, so this place automatically powers down. Planet Earth gets a few repeats. It's all quite normal." "Quickly," Angel said, then looked at her to see her looking at the controller intently. "You've got moments." "Doctor?" the controller breathed. The doctor blinked, stunned for a moment or two. "I think she wants you," Linda nudged him. "Angel," the controller whispered as well. "What is it?" Angel asked. The doctor hurried over to her. "Doctor? Where's the doctor? And the angel?" "We're here," the doctor called. "Can't see. I'm blind. So blind. All my life, blind. All I can see is numbers. But I saw you. I saw the both of you, burning so brightly." "What do you want?" "The solar flares hid her," Angel answered. "They can't hear her." "Who can't?" The doctor frowned, looking at her. I don't know." Angel frowned as well. Not sure why she said that. My masters," the controller answered. "They always listen, but they can't hear me now. The sun is so bright." "Who are your masters?" he asked her. "They wired in my head. Their name is forbidden. They control my thoughts, my masters. My masters, I had to be careful. They monitor the transmissions, but they don't watch the programs. I can hide you inside the games." Everyone in the room turned to listen to her intently. "My friend was lost inside your games." "Doesn't matter. Don't you dare tell me." "Doctor," Angel cut him off, putting a gentle hand on his shoulder to quiet him. "There isn't much time." "They've been hiding," the controller continued. "My masters, hiding in the dark space, watching and shaping the earth. So many years. They've always been there, guiding humanity, hundreds and hundreds of years." "Who are they?" he asked. "They wait. They plan and grow in numbers. They're strong now. So strong, my masters." "Who are they?" "They are not yet aware of the angel." She suddenly looked right at him. "But they speak of you. My masters, they fear the doctor." "Tell me!" he shouted, stepping forward. "Who are they?" At that moment the controller gasped, the power turning back on, and she resumed counting. 20, 21, 22. "When's the next solar flare?" The doctor spun to the male programmer. 2 years, Angel answered before the man could, blinking as she stared at the controller. "But what good that is," the doctor grumbled, stalking off. Angel shook her head, trying to clear her thoughts, and wandered over to one of the computers, sitting down heavily in one of the chairs. Her gaze moved to the monitor before her, then to the controller for a moment, before she started to type hesitantly. There were numbers she could see in her mind, codes, but she wasn't sure why. "We've got the TARDIS," Jack appeared in the room. "We're not leaving now," the doctor told him. "No, but the TARDIS worked it out." He turned and shoved the male programmer out of his chair. "You'll want to watch this." The doctor turned to watch. "Linda, could you stand over there for me, please?" I just want to go home," Linda remarked. "It'll only take a second. Could you stand in that spot, quick as you can?" Linda walked over. "Everybody watching?" "Okay. 3, 2, 1." He pressed the button and the disintegrator shot down and hit her, leaving nothing but a billow of smoke. The doctor looked at Jack across between shock and incomprehension. Jack just pushed the button again, and Linda reappeared next to the doctor, slightly dazed but unharmed. "What the hell was that?" She shook her head as Angel looked up, her eyes wide, but slowly starting to smile. "It's a transmat beam, not a disintegrator. A secondary transmat system," Jack grinned. "People don't get killed in the games. They get transported across space. Angel was right. Rose is still alive. The doctor laughed, so relieved. It wasn't that he didn't believe Angel's feeling about it, but he wasn't sure it was a real or a wishful thought. Now he knew. Rose awoke on the floor, looking around to slowly cool her eye. "Can't be," she breathed, scrambling to her feet and backing up with a gasp. "But you're dead. I saw you die." She backed against the wall, trying to edge to the side, only for her sucker arms to come out and block her. "She's out there somewhere," the doctor shouted, running from control to control. "Doctor!" the controller cried. They looked up to see her struggling to communicate, betraying her masters. "Coordinates 5.6.1. Don't!" the doctor shouted, typing frantically. "The sonophob's gone. They'll hear you. 0.434. No, my masters. No! I defy you. Sigma 77, she screamed as the wires fell away, leaving her spot empty, dust on the ground. "Who took her?" "Oh, you think?" Angel asked. They looked over at her as she smiled wider. The troll appeared on the floor of the spaceship, holes all over her body from where the wires entered her. She stood up, her blind eyes staring forward, defiant, proud. "Oh, my masters," she said as they guided towards her. "You can kill me, for I have brought your destruction." There was the sound of a laser shot, a moment after a bright yellow light filled the room. The controller gasped as she reappeared on her platform as Angel hit a button. "Fantastic!" the doctor shouted, rushing over to Angel, hugging her tightly as Jack ran to the controller's side, helping her up and down the platform. He handed her over to one of the staff to lead her off somewhere safer. "Can't you do that for Rose?" Jack ran back to Angel, the doctor. "I could only reverse the last transmat," she said. "I wasn't sure how it was working till you showed us Linda. But it's a lot like the teleports of the TARDIS. She was the last before the controller." The doctor nodded as the male program called out, "I've got the records." They ran over to him, Jack pushing him out of his way to sit down, looking at the records. "Look, use that." He handed Jack a disc. "It might contain the final numbers. I kept a log of all the unscheduled transmissions." "Nice, thanks." Jack glanced up at him, holding out a hand and eyeing him in an entirely unplatonic manner. "Captain Jack Harkness, by the way. I'm David Pavel," he greeted, taking the offered hand. "Nice to meet you, David Pavel." Jack grinned. "Time and place, Jack." Angel chastised slightly. "Are you saying this entire setup has been a disguise all along?" the female programmer asked, seeing that her partner may have had a point. "Going way back," the doctor nodded. "Installing the Dragonfest 100 years ago. Someone's been playing a long game, controlling the human race from behind the scenes for generations." Jack handed a small device over to the doctor. "Click on this." He did so, and an image of empty space materialized over their heads. The transmat delivers to that point, right on the edge of the solar system. "There's nothing there." The female programmer shook her head. "Nothing you can see," Angel muttered. "It looks like nothing," the doctor agreed, recalling the last time Angel had made that remark. "'Cause that's what this satellite does. Underneath the transmission, there's another signal." "Doing what?" David shook his head. "Hiding whatever's out there. Hiding it from sonar, radar, scanner." They all looked at the blank space. "There's something sitting right on top of planet Earth, completely invisible. If I cancel the signal." He leaned forward, pressing a few buttons, but when he looked back up, the space was no longer empty. There was a large spaceship revolving slowly. The doctor and Angel stared at it, eyes wide in horror as the image zoomed out to reveal more and more spaceships. "That's impossible!" Jack exclaimed. "I know those ships. They were destroyed." "Not quite," Angel replied quietly. The doctor quickly taking her hand as they stared at the remnant of their past. "Who did?" the female programmer asked. "Who are they?" 200 ships, the doctor muttered. "More than 2,000 aboard each one. That's just about 500,000 of them." "500,000 what?" Davidge frowned. "Daleks," the doctor answered. The doctor and Angel answered at once. A Dalek entered an area of the spaceship where several others were stationed. "Alert! Alert! We are detected!" "Oh God, I've got to do the Dalek voice again." "It is the doctor!" another cried. "He has located us!" Rose huddled against the foot of the wall and stared around at them, wide-eyed. Open communication channel. The first Dalek swiveled around to face Rose. The female will stand. Stand! She stood quickly as they looked up to see an image appeared before them. The Doctor, Angel, Jack, Linda, the programmers, and the staff staring back at Rose and the Daleks. I will talk to the Doctor, a Dalek shouted. Oh, will you? The Doctor asked. That's nice. Hello. He threw them a mocking wave, his rather fake grin fading rapidly. The Dalek strategy nears completion. The fleet is almost ready. You will not intervene. Oh, really? Why is that then? We have your associate. You will obey, or she will be exterminated. No. Everyone looked at the Doctor shocked, save Angel, who was looking at the Daleks, shaking just a bit. She didn't have the fondest memories of them, the last one she met having killed both her sister and herself. Rose's mouth dropped open. Explain yourself! I said no. What is the meaning of this negative? Means no. But she will be destroyed. No. The Doctor jumped to his feet. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to rescue her. I'm going to save Rose Tyler from the middle of the Dalek fleet. And then I'm going to save the Earth. And then, just to finish off, I'm going to wipe out every last stinking Dalek out of the sky. But you have no weapons, no defenses, no plan. He nodded. Yeah. Doesn't that scare you to death? He smirked. 'Cause guess what else I've got? You lot are scared of one-time Lord, eh? He reached out and took Angel's hand, tugging her forward. How do you think you'll be facing two? He laughed as the Daleks actually rolled back at the introduction of a second of the enemy race. Rose? Angel called up, shaking her head, needing to focus. She had to help Rose. Yeah? Rose beamed. We're on our way, she winked, as the Doctor tapped the device, shutting off communication. The Doctor is initiating hostile action, a Dalek reported. The strategic must advance, a second stated. Begin the invasion of Earth. They spun around wildly, Rose gasping, but they took no notice of her. The Doctor and the Time Lady will be exterminated, a third Dalek called. Exterminate! The Daleks chanted as Rose looked around in terror. And that is the end of chapter 21. And right at the end, we have a better picture because this is also the last chapter for Bad Wolf. Yeah. And it looks like it's a picture of Angel and Doctor, I think. And I think that's Linda in the background there. You can just see the bum of her. I think those are joggers or sweatpants or whatever they're called. So yeah. So that's the end of chapter 1. And this is why I love Angel. We first see why I love Angel so much. As you see, she managed to save the controller. So, which is why I love her, and that will be the only one she saves, person she saves. But this is just the beginning of why I love Angel so much, especially out of all the Time Ladies LizzeXX has done, because she has done like other Time Ladies and the Doctor. So, because there's Professor, Evie, Mac. Although I haven't read Mac's story, but I've kind of read Professor and I've read Evie. I like Evie, but Angel is my favorite out of all of them, and this is why. Because she's gonna make big changes to this. So trust me, this is gonna be important for much later on this franchise series thing. So yeah. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, go leave a like, kudos. Oh, leave a like on this video, and also go leave a kudos if you're on archive, or go leave a review or comment to let the author know what you think. Like, they wrote the story, they deserve this. So go! We're done here. And be sure to subscribe. I upload new videos every Friday and Saturday. I'll see you guys next Friday with a new video.